Because there was more WNBA news this week with Sophie Cunningham doubling down on her comments about transgender women athletes in the WNBA, which caused somewhat of a minor spark.
In that same vein, in that story with ESPN, you talked about wanting to protect young girls who shouldn't have to go against biological men. Just can you expand your viewpoint on that?
I mean, I think I said what I said. I think it's kind of common sense. And I think I'll always believe in that. I think it's really important to protect children, and that's little girls who are also involved in that category. And so I stand on what I said, and I always believe that.
Can't applaud her enough. This notion that you're hating on the trans community because you are not a proponent of them participating in female sports is utterly ridiculous. Sophie Cunningham said every word right on the money. There's no hate involved. There's only love we're talking about. But what happened to loving girls who are born biologically as girls? What about their rights? What about fairness associated to them? Leah Thomas, I'm gonna keep bringing that name up. 400th plus in the world competing as a male. Transitions to female, he was number one. If we're gonna act like transitioning from male to female doesn't involve an advantage for that trans athlete, I have nothing to say to you. You're not exercising common sense.
I don't think she said anything wrong personally.
I don't think she said anything wrong
There's
either.
nothing she said wrong.
No, she hasn't said anything wrong, but I just feel like she's an opportunist because, like,
she was asked the question.
You know what I'm saying?
An opportunist taking advantage of an opportunity.
She was asked the question, and
No. I'm just talking about in general because she's been in the league 7 years. She has never said nothing about it until now. Why is she doing it now when she never said anything? Because we just talked about she just got a shoe deal a couple of weeks ago, and she's not a first tier player, and she has her own shoe deal. So now, what else to pump it up? She talk about this, boost herself up because she's big. Why? Because she's a white girl. She got blonde hair.
I will say though.
Yeah.
Sophie has always been a standout on her team. Always.
Yeah, but if you been
The blonde white woman.
Exactly.
But she can ball too, though. Don't play. You know Sophie can ball.
I'm tired of being gaslit by this organization. You just want to create Fever fans for life. Then tell your players to get off the podcast and stop talking about anything but basketball then. You guys knew you don't care about LGBT players or fans, and so you did nothing. On top of that, get Sophie in front of the mic and have her defend herself. Secondly, this is not about protecting women or girls. This is about Title IX. And most of you all don't even know what Title IX is.
She don't start.
But just because, and see, that's the thing. Because they don't start or they don't average such and such doesn't mean they can't ball.
That's not what I'm saying. You've been in the league 7 years and you don't even average 10 points.
A lot of chicks don't.
Role players.
They're role players.
You're role players.
And they don't.
She gets a lot. She averages a lot of minutes.
I didn't ask you to score points. I want you to grab boards with your big ass.
Impact player.
She's a shooter.
Remember,
she's a 3-point shooter on the Fever.
She is a
on that on exactly
role player.
Role player.
Okay.
She
so
plays her
what
roles.
team doesn't have a role player?
I'm not saying that. All I'm just saying is
that's funny to call her that. Though.
Call her what?
An enforcer.
I guess she is.
She's not an enforcer. Yeah, she is.
She is.
Yeah,
but she is. You see what I'm saying? Like,
because if you smack the shit out of her, right? You're gonna get admonished for doing that.
Blonde white girl.
Right. If you smack the shit out of her, they show
like that. Just.
So let's get something straight. Sophie Cunningham can make publicly transphobic comments, triple down on them, and continue to play without facing any real consequences, averaging 9 points per game, by the way. And yet, the second that someone else pushes back on them, they get hit with a suspension and a fine. Like, am I reading this correctly?
Yeah.
So again, she hasn't said nothing about this since she been in the league, and somehow since you got your shoe deal and your name been popping up just as hot as Caitlyn, you're gonna talk about something controversial.
But she right though.
I don't think it's controversial.
It is because
anything in that nature.
It is.
No, I know, but I'm just saying. I personally, I don't think that should be anything controversial.
I don't think
so.
I get what
see
you're
why
saying.
this is a hot take.
I agree. I don't believe men. I don't believe men transitioning to
anybody
women,
transitioning
or women transitioning men. They should have a league of their own.
A league of their own.
Sophie Cunningham and the
WNBA has been attacked as a MAGA Barbie for saying it's common sense for men to not be in women's sports and locker rooms. Is the president following this story, and has he reached out to her?
I don't believe he has reached out to her. I know he is following the story. As you know, this is something the president feels strongly about as well, and the American people do too, that men should not be playing in women's sports. It's completely ludicrous that anyone could support that. It's even more ludicrous that you do have Sophie Cunningham, a female athlete herself, very accomplished in her own right, coming forth and speaking that truth that men shouldn't play in women's sports. We want to protect women and girls, and the backlash she is receiving from Democrats and left-wing figures across the country is astonishing. They are clearly very out of touch with the American public on this issue, which again is an 80-20 issue. It's common sense.
At the end of the day, when you come to the pinnacle of sports, the highest level, it should be gender specific.
Yeah. Because men are
not what you identify
physically stronger than women.
Yeah, but it just needs to be gender specific. When we're getting ready to start paying people to entertain us, and we want the playing fields level, yes, Sophie's spot on. Mm-hmm. Spot on.
Mm-hmm. We don't want LeBron a man in the WNBA.
Why the fuck is this controversial? Why is protecting biological women controversial? I'm sure everybody has heard by now, Sophie Cunningham is standing 10 toes down with everything that she said. She's quoted as saying, I want to protect young girls in a locker room or young girls in a sport who shouldn't have to go against biological men. I don't understand why biology is looked at as a suggestion these days. It's always a running joke when WNBA players come out and say that they could go against or they could play in the NBA. Like, clearly, you just don't have brain cells to be able to say that. But it's looked at as like a ha-ha moment. But when you have multiple high school boys basketball teams whooping ass on professional WNBA players repeatedly, that should be enough proof and evidence as to show you why biological women need their own space, and it shouldn't even be a question.
Nah, so I think she's doing her part to speak up against it, but she's also earned the title from this as MAGA Barbie. So that's why they're calling her that. So, and plus, I think it's weird she got a shoe, but I also understand her getting a shoe is like Udonis Haslem getting a shoe.
Exactly, which he did.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
but he got a ring though.
Yeah.
So again, when people so it just shows how low the bar is to be successful to get.
I'm not going to do that.
Yeah. I'm going. This is why
players have played in leagues that don't have rings or have these such and such accolades.
They don't have signature shoes.
Did you know that Sophie Cunningham played football in high school? Sophie Cunningham served as an injury replacement kicker on the varsity team. It also happened to be on homecoming night, where she was on homecoming court. She made a 45-yard field goal, and then at halftime was crowned homecoming queen. Pretty good night.
It was a pretty good kick. Like I surprised myself. It was like seriously one of the most fun sports things that I've ever done.
Race and the political stuff overhyped her and put her above everybody else who has a better game than her.
She could definitely ball. I just think she's been overhyped to where they think she's better than what she actually is.
And I can agree with that.
That's all we talking about.
Saying that her game got her.
No, like I said,
I made it to the finals.
For her, the stardom that she has now in the W,
oh, no doubt,
it's not because of her game.
No,
it's not because of her game. Because remember, last year
she's overhyped now.
Exactly, because last year she was hurt.
No, I agree.
So she's coming off.
I'm not going to say her game didn't get her to some point. It had to get her to some point.
No, the game. No, listen again. Outside of sports fans and basketball fans,
we know happy over here.
We know the game. We know the game itself. She has a good game, but the overhype of her being a superstar is being pushed based off of race and politics.
I give you that.
When have you heard of Congress coming asking, sending inquiries, and hey, we need to know why this particular player right here is being harmed during the game?
They didn't do it for Bird.
No,
they didn't do it for.
They ain't do it for no other white person.
They ain't do it for Bird.
They ain't do it for no white person.
I know Bird was getting slayed.
Right, clothesline. They actually.
But Bird was backing up his shit talking.
Right,
Bird was a baller, and he was backing up his shit talking.
Yeah. But
so my thing is,
Kaylin ain't got that type of game.
Right,
she can't talk like that and back that up the way Bird did. I don't give a.
That's all we said. So I'm gonna say this: She's a mediocre player getting star treatment.
Who, Sophie?
Yes. And getting star treatment.
Okay, I disagree with that. I won't disagree with that.
Okay,
But
then.
I would just like
so
to-
now this is where the likes. This is when people have pushback between her and Caitlyn. It's like when they holler DEI, this is your version of DEI because you're not putting in the work to earn this shit.
So now you're mad at the machine.
No,
because that's the machine. This is the machine you're mad at. See, like
no,
you should
I'm
be
not
mad
at it. But I'm not mad at it.
Which
But
goes
don't.
into-
I'm not mad at it. What I'm saying is, do not sit here and block others from doing the same thing.
But that's what the machine does.
But that's what
the
media.
machine.
The media. Remember, we were
So
talking
we're
about how
part
the
of the media, right?
controls it, so the media puts
Are
it.
we not part of media?
Yeah.
So it's our responsibility to remind those folks, those casuals, because you got that major other people is gonna ride with the other side. It's our job to remind them, like, she's okay. She's not that.
But that's we can do. But they're going to buy it just because they see somebody that looks like them, a white lady who the media.
You know
has
how many white ladies out there?
That's cool, but the media has got behind this particular.
They got
white
behind
lady.
Machine.
Right, they got behind,
her.
and this is how her and Caitlyn is thrust up there because it's not because of their game, it's because of politics and race.
Caitlyn's up there because of her game.
No, Caitlyn's up there because of politics and
That's
race.
politics.
She's up there because of politics as well.
race.
But politics just really entered. She's up there because of her game.
No, sir.
We always go into this.
Paige is a better player.
Outside.
If it wasn't for the think about it. If it wasn't for the politics, yeah, exactly.
If it wasn't for this-
You got to think about it. Going back to Iowa when she was
And
balling.
that's where I'm.
You got to think about it
You're
because she
playing
didn't
against
win.
a chick who's at Iowa,
But
who
she
has
didn't win.
Probably the people on the girls on her team they're probably good. But
Branson,
they're not UConn
she
good
didn't win.
Right, but she's playing against USC. She's playing against UConn. You're playing against Texas, South Carolina.
Okay.
You're at Iowa. Iowa. We'll
You
never hear about Iowa
didn't
again.
win.
And she
Thank you.
didn't.
Each time we saw her on the
But there
big
were
stage,
several girls that
each
didn't
time,
win.
I know that's
but
the
they
point.
don't get celebrated
that's the
like she does.
But that's the point I'm trying to get you to understand.
I see.
She's being celebrated.
She's been a great loser.
My point was
Right.
this. Her game got her recognized.
No, it
then
didn't.
all this
No,
other stuff
it
came
did
into
not.
Her-
No, it did not.
No,
her,
yeah, it
her
did,
game did
because
not.
Iowa wouldn't have been there without her.